Well, it looks like the discussion surrounding scams in Star Citizen has intensified once again after comments made by Tyler Whitkins on Spectrum regarding recent claims that billions of alpha aUEC were supposedly circulating throughout the game's economy. According to Zyloh, those claims do not match what Cloud Imperium Games is currently seeing internally. He explains that the company now has stronger monitoring tools than it did in previous years, and that the highest balances visible on their end are still only in the millions of alpha aUEC, not the hundreds of millions or billions being discussed online. He also warned players that many real money trading sellers often advise currency they do not actually possess, especially immediately following an economy reset when players are eager to recover quickly. That statement has once again drawn attention to the darker side of a tiny fraction of the Star Citizen community, the growing number of scams, phishing schemes, compromised accounts, and fraudulent grey market operations that continue to target players. While Star Citizen community is largely passionate and supportive, the combination of expensive digital assets, account gifting systems, and player-driven trading has unfortunately created an environment that scammers actively exploit. And of course, I will make sure to add the links to the sources to my research in the video description so that you can check them out for yourselves if you are interested in all the details. One of the biggest problems continues to be the grey market itself. For years, players have been buying and selling ships, accounts, upgrade packages, and in-game currency outside of official RSI systems. Entire communities have formed around these trades, with some transactions involving hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Although many legitimate traders operate within these circles, the lack of official protections means that scams are unfortunately rather common. Some sellers disappeared after receiving payment, while others use stolen credit cards to purchase ships that are later revoked by CIG once the fraud is discovered. In other cases, buyers are issuing chargebacks after receiving gifted items, leaving sellers without their money or the ship. The Star Citizen wiki itself warns users about the risks associated with the grey market. You'll find the link in the description. Another growing issue involves compromised RSI, Reddit, and Discord accounts being used to impersonate trusted traders. Some scammers are targeting older accounts with established reputations because they appear legitimate to unsuspecting buyers. A stolen concierge account with years of trade history can look far more convincing than a brand new profile created for scamming purposes. Trading communities on Reddit have recently warned users about waves of compromised accounts being used for fraudulent sales, with moderators urging players to verify identities carefully before conducting any transactions. At the same time, fake alpha aUEC sellers have started appearing more aggressively after the latest economy reset. Numerous websites and Discord sellers are advertising enormous quantities of in-game currency at suspiciously low prices. However, as mentioned in the introduction, Zyloh's statement strongly suggests that at least some of these listings are fraudulent. According to him, the economy data visible to CIG simply does not support the idea that billions of alpha aUEC are currently flooding the servers. This has led many players to believe that scammers are taking advantage of panic and misinformation by advertising currency they actually never intend to deliver. The situation is made worse by the fact that many of these sellers request irreversible cryptocurrency payments, giving buyers virtually no protection if they are scammed. Discussion around these suspicious listings have been spreading throughout the community over the past few days. Phishing attempts are also becoming increasingly sophisticated. An article from Cyber Insider published in March of this year reported fake RSI login pages, fraudulent support emails, fake giveaway promotions, and malicious Discord direct messages designed to steal account credentials. These scams often imitate official RSI branding surprisingly well, making them difficult for less experienced users to identify. Some players are sent fake free ships offers, while others receive messages claiming that their account is under investigation or at risk of suspension unless they log in through a provided link. Concern through these phishing attempts increased further following reports that player data may have been exposed during a third-party backup system intrusion earlier this year. While the situation did not appear to involve direct payment information, exposed email addresses and account details can still be extremely valuable for targeted phishing campaigns. Another scam that has become rather common within the Star Citizen community involves fake giveaway winners impersonating legitimate participants in order to steal prizes. These scams usually occur during ship giveaways hosted by content creators like myself, organizations, Discord communities, or live streams. In fact, I was once victim of such a scammer when I gave away a whole sea many years ago, so that's why I'm being much more careful these days and I'll go through GLEAM, for example. Once a winner is publicly announced, scammers quickly copy a person's username, profile picture, RSI handle, or Discord identity, and then contact the organizer pretending to be the legitimate winner. Because gifted ships and packages in Star Citizen can sometimes be worth hundreds of dollars, they are often irreversible once sent. A single mistake can result in the prize being permanently lost to the scammer. Some impersonators even use nearly identical names and create fake moderator accounts to appear convincing. As giveaways become more frequent during events such as Invictus Fleet Week, CitizenCon season, or right now DefenseCon, many organizers are now implementing stricter verification procedures to ensure prizes are delivered to the correct player or are going through third-party websites like GLEAM, which is what I'm doing with this month's giveaway, more detail in the description. Despite all of this, it is important to separate confirmed scams from exaggerated rumors. There is currently no verified evidence supporting claims that the entire citizen economy right now has collapsed under billions of duplicated credits. What has been confirmed, however, is the presence of phishing attempts, stolen accounts, fraudulent grey market transactions, fake currency listing, and scam operations targeting players looking for shortcuts after the wipe. Zyloh's comments appear to be aimed at calming fears surrounding the economy while also warning players that many of the supported solutions being offered online may themselves be scams. For players, their safest approach remains simple. Only use the official RSI website, enable two-factor authentication, avoid suspicious links, and treat any offer that sounds too good to be true with extreme caution. In a game where virtual ships can sometimes represent hundreds or even thousands of dollars in value, scammers clearly see opportunity, and the Star Citizen community is once again being reminded that caution always matters. Anyway, thank you so much for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have received any fraudulent offers around Star Citizen, or do you have any other examples of scams around the game. Feel free to share your experience. If you enjoyed the video, it will be a scam if you didn't press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more. This has been the Eradicator saying don't get scammed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.